Have you ever walked down the snack food aisle and wondered, what's really in this stuff? One answer: cheaply produced palm oil. Palm oil can be found in roughly half the packaged goods in your grocery store. Snack food giant PepsiCo buys more than 450,000 tons of palm oil each year. 85% of the world's palm oil comes from Malaysia and Indonesia. The problem is how this stuff is produced. The massive expansion of palm oil plantations has destroyed critical rainforest in Indonesia, home to millions of indigenous peoples and some of the world's richest biological diversity. Since the 1960s, a forest area larger than New York and California combined has been cleared for cheaply produced palm oil. But what's often forgotten are the 3.5 million people who work in the palm oil industry, and far too many suffer severe human rights abuses. In Bangladesh, Monique heard promises of high-paying jobs in Malaysia and agreed to pay a labor broker for a plantation job, but would have to pay off his debt through working. He spent 3 weeks on a crowded boat where traffickers beat anyone who complained. Upon arrival, they took his passport, and he learned his pay would be far less than promised. With no passport, deeply in debt, Monique is trapped, like so many others, a victim of modern-day slavery. Sutantri gave birth to her second child just a few weeks ago, yet she must return to work to support her family. She's worked on this plantation for a decade, but the company will still only employ her part-time, spraying pesticides. Her pesticide sprayer leaks, and her safety equipment is inadequate. She has no job security, receives no sick days, no medical care, and no maternity leave. She is caught in a cycle of labor abuse. On any given day, Adi must harvest 2 tons of fruit from trees across miles of plantation. His job is virtually impossible to finish for one person. He has no other choice but to bring his wife and children to help him meet his daily quota. Instead of going to school, his children collect and carry heavy loads of fruit, but they make no additional money, even though they work full-time on the plantation. His family is caught in an endless cycle of generational poverty. The human rights cost of conflict palm oil is far too high. It's time to break this destructive cycle of exploitation